All right. Let's talk about the money you could be saving. Okay. It all depends on your usage, and rank of choice. But for me, as a weekend drinker, let's say it wasn't too hefty for me on the weekends because I would drink at home and then go out. Let's say I'd spend 25 on a week twice. So that's $50 a month. That's $600 a year, right? Now, on equating for the bar tabs, which I was pretty smart with that, but there were nights I'd spend 10, 20, 30, few times a year, $50. So let's say $1,000 to $2,000, probably $1,000. Let's say it takes someone who's at the bar 3 or 4 nights a week, spends $30 a night. You're looking at $90 plus the extra, the nights where they blow a bit more than that, but $90, $360, let's say $300 to be conservative. So this person's spending $4,000 a month cash in hand. Now let's add in smoking. Back a day, average about $10. Vaping, a bit cheaper, but honestly has gotten more expensive with taxes and stuff. So $10 a day, that's $70, $280. You're looking at about, total of $600 to $700 a month to bar tabs, alcoholism. Even if I know people that drink a case a night or a bottle a night, that's an even heftier tab, right? That's crazy. So let's say modestly $600 a month. That's about $7,000 a year, cash in hand. That is an absorbent amount of things you could buy. You could buy a brand new PC plus multiple guns. Collectibles, don't even get me started on collectibles. That is a lot of collectibles. People are like, oh, $1,000 doesn't go so far. Well, guess what? If you put the money in the right places, you can make the money work for you, or at least have some type of collectible asset, or in the stock market asset, an IPO, an IP, crypto. I mean, it's all debatable, right? Now, let's say 2-packs a day. There are 2-packs a day smokers. They're getting hefty, man. Smoking 2-packs a day, you're already pushing over $600 a month just off of that alone. You add in alcohol too, you could be pushing $800 to $1,000 easily a month, $10,000 to $12,000 a year. That's absurdity to me. That's why I don't. When I did vape, it was very wholesale and cheap. I spent more on the mods. I wish I could have the $1,000 I spent in mods over the course of a few years, but that's nothing compared to what people pay into cigarettes. The sales tax on cigarettes is absurd. So the money you can save, right? Even if it's $20 a month, that's still several $100s in your pocket at the end of it. Less of a tool on your body, right? A good way to look at it. There's ways to track this stuff too on apps if you want to. I mean, just do it mentally. Spending $50 on a weekend every weekend, that's $200 a month. And then you can equate medical marijuana use or marijuana use. I know people that smoke over $200 a week, medical marijuana. A lot of money. Nothing against it. A lot of money, and my brain works. That money could be going elsewhere. Consumables other than food are a no-go for me. It's just a non-belief for me. Anything you're smoking, ingesting, sodas that are junk, costs that are expensive, cigarettes, vaping, marijuana. I get marijuana gives you the high. I get that. That's debatable. Still, it's a consumable that I will go away. And your money's basically burnt for it. I mean, you enjoy it, but it's a no-go for me. My belief system's just, I want to eliminate all consumables. Coffee's the only thing, and it's cheap. I spend $10 a month, and my caffeine, I do have a caffeine addiction. It's something I got to get under control. That's the only consumable but it helps me get through work, so it makes me money, and I guess you could say the same about marijuana. They smoke, lets them deal with work better. There is an argument there. I'm very open-minded. I'll admit that. But yeah, think of the money you could save depending on your habitual use and the variety of things you do use. A lot of monetary gains to be made from quitting certain substances, no matter how you look at it, especially when you look at the broad spectrum. People that have been smoking a pack to 2 packs a day for 10, 20 years, they're out a lot of money. You know what I mean? While I'm sitting here with a ton of collectible assets and investments, they have nothing but crap lungs, crap liver, kidneys. But anyways, you get the point. It'll really help your wallet. You're moderate and you don't spend much on any habitual use, then good for you. That's good for you. I don't know. I'm texting my friend. I'm thinking of other ways to branch out with this. It's there's not really much else to say. It's common sense, but people just don't think about it, or they'll actively deny it, because it's when you actually tally it up per month, it's absorbent what some people consume, and they just don't really care, or they just ignore it because they're so stuck in the perpetual use of these things. And I know firsthand that it's not easy to quit. Even pot, I'm sure. Because some people, the way they smoke all day, every day, they're mentally addicted. You can argue all day. I don't like to get into arguments about pot. But physically, you can have physical symptoms too. It can be addictive. Argue all you want about it. Don't want to hear it. Why are you actively... I never agree with smoking all day and all night. I know people that... It's fat soluble, so people can only get so high. And I know people that smoke past that point, so they're not even getting any more high. They're just smoking for the taste and the smoke at that point. And to me, that's just stupidity. That's my opinion. And I never got down with all day, every day smoking. You do it, more power to you. As long as you're not stupid when you're high, you're not going to bother me. I know people that are still relatively normal when they smoke quite a bit. They don't annoy me, but it's the people that get really obnoxiously stupid. Like, I get you want to dumb down, but when you're doing it all day, every day, you're basically 60 IQ individual stoned out of your mind all day. Sorry, it is the way it is. You annoy me, and I choose not to be associated with you. I'll tolerate you if you're an acquaintance or something like that. Get mad if you want to get mad. I don't care. I have nothing against pot. But all day, every day, and if your IQ's already like 90, you annoy people, bro. That's that simple. But anyways, but you do you. Trying to branch off on this topic, but I can't really branch out any further. I don't know what else to really hit on with it. You just add up your spending and multiply it by 4 per month and then 12 per year, and there you go, man. It can get this. One could argue that my collectible or shit that I invest into it can be, but at least it's an asset that's there, and it has intrinsic value on the market. Everything I buy actively sells, so it can inherently turn into cash flow. And there's no arguing that. I've had people go, well, it means nothing to me. I don't care about this or that. So it means it's worthless to me. It doesn't matter if it's worthless to you, because it holds an intrinsic value and sells for that value. So no matter what your belief is or what your rationale is, you're stupid and you're not logic, because that item can sell. It may not be worth nothing to you, but guess what? It's cash in my hand. Argue all you want. You're an idiot. That's a whole other topic. I think it's funny because a lot of these people that argue this stuff don't even have any type of asset. And it's embarrassing for them. And it's embarrassing for me to hear people argue over stupid when they're wrong. I can show you active sold listings for every single item I've ever purchased. And if there's not, I'm not buying it. You know? But anyways, I'm branching off on a tangent here. Video sort of sucks. A lot of downtime because it really should have been like a 5-minute video. But anyways, I got myself heated up too. I get heated on certain subjects when I should. But that's good to self-reflect. This is sort of like journaling for me, but it's vlogging, right? I feel like it works the same way. It gets it out of your mind, out into the world, and it's therapeutic in a way. I like this. I'm glad I'm starting to do this more again like I used to many years ago. I've been wanting to do this for so many years, but I've held off. And now that I've been doing it for a week again, it's flowing really naturally. So I have a whole subsect of my YouTube dedicated to this, just to talk. My channel, I'm used to getting 0, 10, 20 views, so like it don't bother me. I can come back in a year and see 50 views on this video. It doesn't faze me. People that clout chase and want the views, or they farm views and follows and subscribers, or they use bots. I know people that use bots, and you know what? It can help their channels grow. I get that, but it's cheating, number one, and two, it's fake. It's a facade. If people don't like you for you, then whatever. And if people don't like me, then they just don't have to watch. I make it through life outside of the internet quite well, and that's what I like. So many people like think they're gonna make 6 figures a month on YouTube and Twitch, and they never get there. I know people that are still content creators that make a few hundred a month. I don't know how they're still streaming, and there's people that make a very good living, but it's not easy, man. And I'll tell you right now, you got to network, and you got to really put your life into it. You got to really network. It's that simple. I didn't network when I streamed a lot, and to be quite, I don't care. I've always done it for clips and to just have an archive of my game stuff. I enjoy it. I never really cared about the viewership. If I had it and I made a living off of it, sure, that's cool. But like a lot of people just expect it. But there's streaming, man. I've streamed to 0 viewers so many hours because I refuse to play niche games, which is another thing. Play niche games and network, and now I'm branching off into a whole other topic. But anyways, this video sucks. It'll probably still get uploaded because it's funny. But network and play niche games, you'll grow steadily. And you know what? I'm not promoting using follower bots, but a lot of these companies push policies and TOS that they're going to ban you for life for using these kind of things. But I've seen many people use them and they don't get punished. So looking back, I would have done it. If I could go back 5 years, I would have followed botted like crazy to put myself above, because no one's punished for it. I've never done it because I did not want a permanent ban, and I don't like clickbaiters and scummy people that thrive off of monetizing bull crap or just being fake. I don't like it. I don't agree with it. And if you're doing it, I still think you're a piece of trash. But looking back, like, no one gets punished, and it gives them a massive edge. If you're in a niche genre with the first person having 80 views and you pump your numbers to 60 to be on the top 4 and it puts you above all the 1 to 10 viewers, you have an advantage, and you're cheating. It's that simple, and you're a piece of trash for doing so. But would I do it if I could go back? Sure, why not? Because I see many people do it. Even there's some top streamers that do it, and they're not punished, man. They were given permabans across the board, it would level the playing field better, but they don't do it. That's a whole other subject. Man, this video really, I didn't stick on subject at all. I just went off on a tangent. I apologize. But anyways, is what it is. Much love.